Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Ready to go? Trent Grisham digs in now.
The center fielder, number 12, Trent Grisham.
And away we go this afternoon. That one fouled off. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Big time power. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Grisham on at first, nobody out. Rogers, a former All-Star, 28 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in New Mexico. That one missing inside.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
And that is ball 4, and the Yankees are in business. Here comes Cody Bellinger. And the 1-0 just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
No outs. Runners at first and second. That's a little bit low.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Rogers wants to challenge that one. Thought it was a strike. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. Golden opportunity right here. Ball 1 on a pitch inside. Bases juiced, no outs. Next pitch misses, and the count is 2-0.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Flips it, and it beats him. What a play. Paul Goldschmidt now.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at-bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in. You got to try to get another 1 or maybe 2. It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
Foul ball there. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. That's inside. And a big swing and a miss.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. The run scores from third, and they lead by 2.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Brian McMahon steps to the plate. Off the mark there. And it's 1-0. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Called out on strikes. They limit the damage here. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. The lefty on the mound for the Yankees, Max Fried. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Taylor Ward getting ready to hit, and that is downstairs, and that is ball 1. In the air, left side. And there's one down. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
On the ground, right side. And that one handled. Handles, throws to first. And the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone. Here's Pete Alonso.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Base hit. So Adley Rutschman now gets a chance with 2 gone.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
Adley Rutschman stands in now and watches strike 1. Here's your 1. Alonso leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The other way. And foul ball. The 0-2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. On now to the top half of inning number 2. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jose Caballero. 0-1. Singy, he wasn't real sharp in the first, got hit around, but really more so, didn't throw a ton of strikes.
Well, he's just got to find a way to settle down. He was clearly fighting himself out there, not really finding the strike zone, walking batters. So we'll see if he can get back on track and fill up the zone a little bit more.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Austin Wells, the next to hit. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. 0-1. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
2 up, 2 down. Back to the top of the Yankee order. Now here's Trent Grisham. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
2 down, nobody on. Goes down looking for the strikeout. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. We head to the bottom of the second and into the box for Baltimore, Dylan Beavers.
That's a ball.
Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball. That one way inside. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Bellinger under it. And there's one down. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Late with the swing there. To the right side. Takes it himself. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
Up. Ball.
And there's a ball.
Ball 2.
Mountcastle checks his swing. Now it appeal to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. On to the 3rd inning, and stepping in for New York, Aaron Judge.
You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
That misses the zone. Ball 1.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Toss to Alonso. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Up next for the Yankees.
And here comes Bellinger. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Lifted in the air, right center field. Cowser on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's two away. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. In the air, out to center, brings it in, and that'll do it. Set for the bottom of the third, and into the box for Baltimore, Blaze Alexander. Max Fried will go to work. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Outside low, ball one. And a foul ball. The 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Here's a 1-2. And that skips in the dirt. Maximus notches the K. Kobe Mayo, the next to hit for the Orioles. That misses the zone, and that's ball one.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect them to swing at.
Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone. And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed to me. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Here's a 2-0. Right through there for a strike. That one in for a strike, 2-2. Strike three, and that's two in a row. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Taylor Ward will hit next. Fly to left his first time. Two down, nobody on. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count even 1-1. And that's a strikeout looking. And he strikes out the side in the third. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Paul Goldschmidt. Liner, base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
So up next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. The 1-0. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Carrying well. On the warning track, and hauls it in. One out man at first. There's Ryan McMahon now. He's 0 for 1. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. And the 0-1.
Ball.
On the ground. Dives, and he can't hang on. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Up next is
First and second, one out. Jose Caballero now at the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. 2 on, 1 out. And there's a foul ball. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. Fly to left his first time. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
2 on, 2 outs. This one in the air, center field. And that is that. Ready to go, bottom 4. And into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson.
You know, these Orioles, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs, can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Whoa.
That pitch in for a strike. 1 and 2.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
That one missed. This to third, and that's just foul. 2-2 now. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat. 1 down. So next to hit for Baltimore, Adley Rutschman. His first at bat was a strikeout.
Whoa.
Runner on the move. This one popped up, middle of the infield. Chisholm under it. 2 down. And next for the Orioles, Dylan Beavers.
The right fielder, number 12, Dylan Beaver.
Right through there for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Ball one.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity, try to get a rollover, something on the ground, stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
They get the force, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Trent Grisham. And he'll challenge that called strike. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep both their challenges. The 1-0. Late swing, foul to the left. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. One up, one down. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. He has, as they like to say...
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. Splits the plate, and it's 0-1.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Judge rips that one, and that's a base hit.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift onto the pull side, that's an easy knock if you'll take it.
Here's Cody Bellinger. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Judge at first, one gone.
That's a ball.
Judge on the run. Here's a high chopper. Tosses to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. And here is Giancarlo Stanton. High fly ball out to left field. Ward should have this one. And that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser.
You know, these Orioles just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And here is Ryan Mountcastle.
Oh.
The lefty, the 1-0.
That's off the corner.
And
ball
another
break.
ball. And ball four there. Tying run is on base. So next to hit for Baltimore, Blaze Alexander. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Swing and a pop-up. Goldie gets there. He's under it. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. To third. Not in time. And it's runners at the corners with one gone. Kobe Mayo, the next to hit for the Orioles.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
2 on, 1 out.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
2-1 now. Just missed.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
In there at the knees for a strike. Mayo wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And the strike call will stand. No challenges left for them now. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. In the air, right field. He's got it. Runner tags for home. In there safely. And they trail by 1. Here's the left fielder, Taylor Ward. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
Nope. That's
Tying
inside.
run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. This one in the air, right field. Judge getting an angle on it.
Nope,
Can't get
foul.
there. This one lands foul.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Sliced hard but foul. And a 1-2. Struck him out without a swing. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Tyler Wells.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
That one fouled off.
You know, these Yankees really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. He circles the bases, and they tack one on the board. It's 3-1. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees.
Ball.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're the top half of the 6th. Just missed. Swing and a foul out of play. That clips the corner. Set down on strikes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. So the call will stand. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Now the third baseman, Ryan McMahon, 1 for 2. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. gets the call, and it's 0-2. Stays alive. The 0-2. Look out, almost got him upstairs. Nice grab to first, and they get the out.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop,
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Jose Caballero, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First offering, and it just misses. Next pitch is downstairs.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And that keeps the inning going.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. On the ground to first, and it finds its way through for a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate.
No, that's a ball.
Two on, 2 outs.
Ball.
In the dirt. Upstairs.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Fastball for a strike.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Grisham wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball, and it's going to stay a strike. So that removes their last challenge. Caballero, the lead runner at second. Wells on at first with 2 down. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. In there, sets him down on strikes. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Well, we go bottom 6, and into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. Lifted in the air, right center field. Chisholm under this one. 1 down. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
number 25, Pete Alonso.
Ball 1.
That one a little bit high. Ball 2.
Strike 1.
That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Good late movement on that sinker right there. It's right where you want to get it to get that swing over the top.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. Man at first with one gone. Adley Rutschman digs in now.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
The 0-1. And fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about. But some way, somehow, climb back into this at bat through the count.
That misses the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just missed with a good breaking ball in. Looking for that hitter to chase and perhaps get some weak contact or a swing and miss. Good job on both sides.
In the air to left center. Takes it in for the out. So digging in, Dylan Beavers.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Fouled off. He was late. And the 0-2. This one smoked. Could be trouble. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. Backhands, but he can't pick it up. In to score from first, and now they trail by 1. And it's a 2-out triple to put the tying run on at third. So a runner at third, 2 outs. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Strike 2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. We go to the top of the 7th, and stepping in for New York, Aaron Judge.
Nope, that's away.
The 1-0. Grounds one to short. Henderson zips it to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Bellinger up to hit. Going 1.
Just a little too quick on that front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
A little out front there as he swings through it. That's down and in. The 1-2 on the ground, right side. Alexander, the flip, and very nicely done for the out. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1. Liner picked on the hop at first. And that's a nice play to end the inning. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Fernando Cruz.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Mountcastle leading things off and takes a strike.
Ball. Ball.
The next pitch misses. Ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's one down. Now at the plate, Blaze Alexander.
The second baseman,
And that one fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. Left field, Bellinger in a full sprint.
Runner
Over the
double.
wall, and that's an automatic double.
Solid double down the line, and that was a pretty decent pitch that he just turned on. Not really out over the plate. It was inside, but he was more than ready to get that bat through the zone. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
So the tying run at second.
That's a ball.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And a count 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Man at second. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 1-2. That's to third. McMahon slings to first in time. Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Ball 1, no
that's a
strikes.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Huh.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Got him swinging. We go to the 8th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Paul Goldschmidt.
That's out the corner.
That's
Ball
outside. 2 balls, no strikes. And
Ball 3.
another ball. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Fought off foul. Back to work. 3-2 now. That one misses.
Take it, baby.
So a leadoff walk. And up next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. That's to third. Fair ball. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. So up next, Ryan McMahon, 1 for 3. Oh, look at the stop. The feed for 1. A sensational double play. Jose Caballero stepping in now for the Yankees.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
This one in the air right field. And it stays fair. In comes some insurance as the runner scores from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. A new arm into the game, the righty, Kyle Bradish.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now a chance for Austin Wells.
Nope, outside.
Just missed. Caballero, the runner at first with 2 gone. Now a quick throw to first. Caballero back on a dive.
Ball inside.
The count 2-1.
Yes.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Man on second, 2 down.
That's
And
3.
that's a strikeout looking. Good job at damage control right there. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Over to Goldie. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Pete Alonso, the next to hit.
Ball.
The Orioles down by a pair here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Up the middle. Oh, great stop. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Camilo Doval taking over on the mound. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's Adley Rutschman. 0 for 3 in this one. Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
And that one almost hit him. Foul ball. Now all even up. Inside, almost got him. Line drive, and that's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Digging in, Dylan Beavers.
Ball.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Right through there for a strike. Two on, 2 outs. Swings through that one out in front that time.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
That one inside. Look out. Inside. Backs him off again.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two now. Swings and misses. Struck him out. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Trent Grisham.
Ball 1.
That one finds the corner, and it's 1-1. Swings through that.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In time to get him. 1 away in the strikeout. Aaron Judge at the plate. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Ball 2.
Rip towards third. Tosses across to first. Judge out on the play. 2 down, bases empty. Here's the left fielder, Cody Bellinger. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Thank you, mate.
Here's Stanton now. Bellinger off of first with 2 away. Bellinger goes. There's a ball.
That's a ball.
Throw to second.
You're out.
Out at second. That ends the inning. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, David Bednar.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Mountcastle leading things off and takes a strike.
Oh, and you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
Just misses, and the count is 1-2.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
This one popped up, foul ground first base side, and there's 1 down. Blaze Alexander, the next to hit for the Orioles.
so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Got him looking. And the Orioles down to their final out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Kobe Mayo. Chopped out towards short. On to first.
He's out.
Ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.